JINGER Duggar seemingly slammed her sister Jessa's husband Ben Seewald as bizarre. The 27-year-old implied Ben wanted to date the Counting On star for fame. JINGER discussed the ups and downs of being a reality TV star for almost 2 decades, while appearing on the Dinner Party with Jeremy Fall podcast on July 1st. One part of the interview seemed eerily similar to the way a 17-year-old Ben met her then 20-year-old sister Jessa back in 2013. There were a lot of guys who came around. Sometimes they would come visit the family or visit our church. That was a good and foursome guys. They thought, oh, if I come to your church, that's my in, JINGER said. It just felt so bizarre because it's like, who are you? I don't know you, she added. The relationship side of things wasn't even there. It wasn't like, oh look, I've been hanging out for a while, and get to know your family, and then we'll see if anything happens. They would say to my family, my parents or something, oh yeah, I'm so interested in your daughter. Ben, 26, has been married to Jessa, 28, since November 2014. They have 3 children, Spurgeon, 5, Henry, 4, Ivy Jane, 2, with another child due soon. Back in 2013, Ben was living with his parents Michael and Gwyn in Hot Springs, Arkansas, which is almost 200 miles away, and 3.5 hours from the Duggars Church in Springdale, Arkansas. He later justified visiting the church by saying he was on vacation in the area. In a 2017 blog post on the Seewald family account titled Happy Birthday Ben, Jessa recounted the magical moment she first spotted the handsome stranger at her church. When I first laid eyes on you, a dapper 17-year-old young man, I never could have dreamt of what the future held for us. It was 10:15 a.m. on a Sunday morning, the Counting On star wrote. I was late for church as I came scurrying through the door with a couple of siblings in tow. In the midst of the commotion I spotted you, the new guy, and our eyes met for a second. She described feeling nervous during their first conversation, which involved her antiquated iPhone 3. Jessa wrote that she never thought she'd see him again, but 3 weeks later he returned and her brothers invited him over to the house to have dinner with the family. Ben told her that his reason for being in the area was that he was thinking about applying to the University of Arkansas at Fayetteville after finishing up his 2-year degree in political science at National Park Community College in Hot Springs. However, Ben never ended up attending the university. Due to living so far away from Jessa, Ben eventually moved into a warehouse on the Duggar property and began to work for her father Jim Bob to support himself as they entered into a courtship in September of 2013. While JINGER did not name her sister or brother-in-law during the podcast appearance, she seemed to describe the exact bizarre way Ben arranged to meet Jessa. JINGER also revealed that she and her sisters have been sent wedding proposals from prison inmates during the podcast appearance. The Counting On star talked about how the guys would write from prisons, sharing, we constantly had letters coming in the mail, and it was like, oh, who is it for this time? Oh, it's for Jana, oh, it's for Jessa. It was mind-blowing just to think that somebody thought they would walk right into your life and marry you, like, they were already basically proposing in their letters. JINGER continued, and they thought it was legit, but looking at it, you know, I can understand how somebody would think, oh, I know you so well because I watched you from a child grow up, so they think that there's a relationship there when there's not. It's like a one-sided thing. The TV personality married husband Jeremy Vuolo, 33, in 2016, while they share daughters Felicity, 2, and Evangeline, 7 months. Last week, we exclusively revealed that Counting On had been cancelled after nearly 6 years. Fans had launched a petition to boycott Counting On when the horrifying details of Josh Duggar's child pornography arrest emerged. Josh, 33, had pleaded not guilty after being charged with 2 counts of receiving and possessing child pornography.